Hi friends, welcome to the daily current affair analysis of 23rd of July. The very first topic is Assam floods. Guys, recently the death toll due to floods in Assam has reached to 41. It is one of the worst floods in the last 60 years. Guys, what kind of question you can expect on this topic in the prelims examination next year? So let us see some of the PYQs which have come on the topic. Mostly the question will be covering from the rivers. You can see this question: consider the following rivers: Barak, Lohit and Subansiri. How many of them flows through Arunachal Pradesh? So similar question they can frame: how many of the rivers they flow from Assam? Okay, so one question you can expect is what are the rivers flowing from Assam? Because whenever you discuss flood, you have to discuss rivers, and Brahmaputra is one of the main river which causes flood in Assam. You can see another question: which of the following is or are tributaries of Brahmaputra river? You can see, so this question becomes very important for UPSC prelims examination. Okay, you can see here. So what we are going to do is that we are going to study Brahmaputra river briefly, so that you can see here the state of Assam comprises of two river valleys, Brahmaputra river valley and Barak valley. And you can see here that total flood prone area of Assam is 39.58%, which is one of the highest in the country. Overall in India, guys, 9.4% of the total area is flood prone. But you can see here that for the state of Assam, more than 39% of the entire land is flood prone. This is a very important fact which you can use in your answers. Okay, so one more fact you need to know is that one of the main reason that flooding is taking place is the erosion of banks of river of Brahmaputra and its tributaries. And here you need to know about Moduli Island, which is the largest riverine island located on the Brahmaputra river. So Moduli Island also an important map work which you can prepare. So as far as Brahmaputra river system is concerned, you can refer the NCERT. So Brahmaputra river basically originates near the Kailash range, near the Mansarovar lake, and you can see here it flows through Tibet, and there it is called Tasangpo. One of the tributaries which is there in Tibet is Rango Tasangpo, and then it enters into India near the Namcha Barba bend. Okay, so this is a very important point which has been used by UPSC to frame question. Then when it enters into India, it is called Siang and Dihang in Arunachal Pradesh. It enters India near the Sadia town of Arunachal Pradesh. Flowing southwest, it receives the main left bank tributaries like Dibang and Lohit. So when it enters into India after the Namcha Barwa bend, it enters the state of Arunachal Pradesh. In Arunachal Pradesh, it is called Siang. It is called Siang or Dihang. Then which tributaries join this Siang river? Dibang and Lohit. After these two tributaries join the Siang river, it is called Brahmaputra river. Okay, so this is very important fact. So guys, after that you can see this river flows through the Assam valley. So there you can see the tributaries are Buri Dihing, Dhansiri on the right bank, and then we have Subansiri, Kameng, Manas and Sankosh. Okay, this is very important. The Subansiri, which is originating in Tibet, is an antecedent river. The Brahmaputra enters the Bangladesh near Dubri town. In Bangladesh, the Tista river joins Brahmaputra, and then it is called Jamuna. Okay, from where it is called Jamuna. So Brahmaputra river enters into Bangladesh. In Bangladesh, Tista river joins Brahmaputra river, and then it is called Jamuna. After that, this river joins the river Padma, and then it flows into the Bay of Bengal. So this entire important information is very important for the prelims examination. You could have a look at it because UPSC has asked question multiple times from Brahmaputra river. Okay, this is the first topic, guys. Next topic you can see Supreme Court appointed Aravali panel has asked for public view on the report on Aravalis. So in Aravalis, guys, mostly questions are coming geography oriented. So Aravalis are one of the oldest mountain ranges in the world. It basically spread in the state of Gujarat, Rajasthan, Haryana and Union Territory of Delhi. So this is very important. Sometimes UPSC will ask a question that this Aravali range is spread in how many states and union territories. So 3 states plus 1 union territory. Okay. and you can see the highest peak is Guru Shikhar. Okay, that is the highest peak. As far as hydrology is concerned, guys, Manas, Luni, and Sahibi, these are the rivers which are originating in the Aravalli range. Okay, guys, Aravalis basically they are a climatic divide also. They divide the climate between the Thar Desert and the other part of the country. Okay, so basically it stops the desertification to spread towards the NCR region. Okay, and guys, it is also called the lung of NCR because the trees in the Aravalis they reduce the effect of pollution. And last but not the least, guys, lot of biodiversity is found in Aravalis. For example, we can see leopards, hyenas, jackals, birds, and there are 22 wildlife sanctuaries. Okay, in the Aravali range. Out of this, the three important tiger reserves which are located in the Aravalis is Ranthambore, Sariska, and Mukundra. So guys, I'm highlighting where the questions will be framed. Okay, those things I'm highlighting. Okay, that is my purpose here. Guys, Aravalis also have lot of important mineral deposits. Okay, so one place you need to keep in mind, Jawar mines. Okay, very important for zinc. Okay, so Aravalis have lot of minerals. We have here, you can see lead, zinc, silver, copper, lithium, tungsten, rare earth element, graphite, molybdenum, nickel, uranium, thorium. So please have a look what kind of mineral deposits are found in Aravalis, and that is what the entire controversy is about: mining versus conservation of Aravalis. Okay, and that is what this entire legal definition of Aravalis we have to basically find out. So Aravalis are the oldest mountain in the world. Okay, basically it preserves the pre-Cambrian geology. Okay, so this is an important point you need to keep in mind. Generally, Aravalis are composed of igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rocks. Okay, so you can see the kind of questions which have come on Aravalis. You can see one question: which of the following mountain ranges is spread only in one state? So although here you can see here they may ask you about Aravalis. How many states the Aravali ranges is spread? So three states plus one UT. Okay, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Haryana plus the Union Territory of Delhi. Then you can see here Jawar mines. Okay, Jawar mines. Okay, this is very important. Okay, silver and zinc. Okay, Jawar mines. So this was asked recently in CAPF examination. This is located in what? Aravalis. So this can be an important topic. Moving on, guys. Guys, like this, I'm framing questions every day. 10 questions in my Lux test series. You can access these 10 questions. This will be very useful for you. I'm mainly focusing on linking the PYQs with the current affairs. And if you practice questions regularly throughout the year, definitely you will be benefited. Next question, guys, you can see here fires in the Brazil's Amazon has fallen to a historic low in 2025. So guys, here you may get a geography oriented question on Amazon. You can see, guys, Amazon rainforest is the largest tropical rainforest and it is located in 8 countries: Brazil, Peru, Colombia, Bolivia, Venezuela, Guyana, Suriname, Ecuador, and also some part is in the French Guiana, which is an overseas territory of France. They are called lungs of the earth because they are a major carbon sink, 10% of the total carbon sink in the world. Okay, this is very, very important. Guys, there is a river which is one of the largest rivers by discharge and drainage basin, and one of the longest river after the river Nile is the Amazon River. Okay, so Amazon River basically originates in the Andes mountains in the Peru and drains into Atlantic Ocean, forming one of the world's largest estuaries. Okay, so you may also get question on Amazon River. Amazon River and Amazon Forest here. The number of countries, okay, 8 countries. You should know the name of all these 8 countries in which this Amazon rainforest is spread. Also, guys, from environment point of view, we have an Amazon tipping point. Okay, you know, guys, there are total 9 tipping points. Out of this, we have Amazon tipping point. Tipping point basically is that state which is an irreversible change. After that, the climate, okay, changes irreversibly. Okay. Next, guys, topic is from Science and Tech. Guys, WHO has classified antibiotics into 3 categories: access, watch, and reserve. Access basically first choice antibiotics for common infections that have lower risk of resistance. Watch antibiotics are broad spectrum antibiotics that are used for specific infections because they carry higher risk of antimicrobial resistance. And last is reserve list, which is having the highest, okay, probability of multi-drug resistance. Guys, you know that irrational use of antibiotics is leading to increase in antibiotic resistance. Therefore, WHO has now classified the antibiotics into three categories so that we can regulate them properly. So guys, let me just give you names of few antibiotics which are there. You can see here that you can see here watch antibiotics, okay, which is the second category. Watch antibiotics, you can see here. Okay, what are the different watch antibiotics? You can take the name here. Okay, you can see here the most famous one is azithromycin. It is a watch. Okay, then ciprofloxacin, then levofloxacin. Okay, so these are what? Watch antibiotics. Then we have reserve antibiotic, which is like chances of multi-drug resistance is very high. Okay, you can see here, this is called meropenem, colistin, which is very famous, colistin. Then ceftazimidine. Okay, so please take the like note these names. Okay, these two categories names are very important because sometimes UPSC will just give you the names and they will ask you what are these. So these are what antibiotics, and the WHO has classified antibiotics into three categories: access, which is very common, then watch, which is basically for specific infections, and reserve means very high chances of drug resistance. So we have to be very careful while using the drugs like antibiotics. Okay, we should not take antibiotics without any prescription. Okay, this is very, very important. One of the main reason why antibiotic resistance is rising is misuse of antibiotics. So please go through these drugs are very important. Just remember that there are three categories of antibiotics by WHO. Next, guys, there is a new declaration which has been signed called as Rome Declaration. This declaration has been signed in Rome. This declaration is for unarmed and disarming peace. Basically, this declaration focuses on AI plus nuclear weapons. Okay, nuclear weapons. So nowadays, guys, you know that AI is leading to automation. Okay, and AI can also lead to cyber attacks on critical infrastructure like cyber and nuclear weapons. So there is a concern nowadays that because of increase of AI, what can happen that human control on nuclear weapons can decrease. Okay, therefore it is very important for us to protect our nuclear weapons from the use and misuse of AI. So this declaration has been signed by a group of Nobel laureates, AI scientists, and the various religious leaders also. Okay, so this declaration, you just keep in mind, this is basically for what? Okay, this the declaration is basically aimed at reducing the impact of AI on nuclear weapons. Okay, this is very important so that we can basically okay, keep these two things separately so that there should not be any kind of misuse of nuclear weapons because of AI. Next topic, guys, pellet guns. Recently, guys, there were allegations that during the Jantar Mantar strike, okay, and during that protest march, there was use of some pellet guns. So what are these pellet guns, guys? Pellet guns are non-lethal crowd control measures used by police and security forces. This was first time deployed in Jammu and Kashmir after 2010 Kashmir Valley unrest. So these pellet guns basically are made of lead pellets, okay, and they disperse into wide areas, and they are generally spherical in shape, but sometimes they are also irregular in shape, and they can, okay, enter the they can enter the uh, like skin also. They can enter the skin also, and they can cause damage to the tissues. So this is an important point you need to keep in mind. Pellet guns are manufactured in ordnance factory Ishapur. Okay, so you should keep this in mind. Pellet guns are generally used by RAF, which is a specialized anti-riot unit of CRPF. Okay, next, internet ban, guys. Recently during this Jantar Mantar march, there was an internet shutdown in that area around CP and all that. So in that context, guys, what are the laws regarding internet shutdown in India? So guys, internet shutdown in India is basically regulated through the Telecommunication Act, okay, and the, you can see here, Indian Telegraph Act. Okay, so these two acts, under this the internet shutdowns are regulated. Internet shutdowns can only be for public emergency and public interest with written reasons, And who is responsible? It is the Home Secretary at the national level, and at the state level, it is the State Home Secretary who has the power, who is the competent authority to basically order internet shutdowns. Okay, so maximum validity is 15 days. Okay, you need to keep in mind, guys, right to internet is part of right to freedom and expression, article 19. Okay, so this can also be asked in the UPSC prelims examination, that internet access is part of article 19. Okay, next, guys, from international relation, there is an important map point, which is we have the Bab el Mandeb. Guys, recently Yemeni rebels, the Houthis, they have warned that they will attack any ship which will be passing through the Red Sea. Okay, so what is this Bab el Mandeb? Bab el Mandeb is a very important choke point which connects the Red Sea with Gulf of Aden. So this is a very important trade route, and you know, guys, this route is very important because Red Sea is then connected to the Mediterranean Sea via the Suez Canal. Okay, so because of this Strait of Hormuz, okay, closer, Saudi Arabia has been exporting oil through a port on the Red Sea. But now, if Yemeni Houthis will attack the Red Sea cargo also, so there will be big problem. So please prepare this map point, Bab el Mandeb and Strait of Hormuz. This can be asked because Strait of Hormuz has already been asked. So next time they can ask you Bab el Mandeb. This is a very important choke point. Guys, like this every day, please do attend these current affairs sessions and practice the 10 questions which I am giving you as part of our prelims test series. Okay, this will be very useful for you for your prelims preparation next year. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.